All right, everyone, welcome back to another video. This weekend, we have the Belgian GP, one of the best tracks on the Formula One calendar. Now, many of you will know that Spa is very much known for having its own weather climate during races. This place is absolutely full of rain, it seems, every time that we go there, and it was no different back in 2005. Both McLarens had started the wet race off very well, 1-2, controlling the pace, Juan Pablo Montoya and Kimi Raikkonen leading the field for almost the entirety of the race. Until everything went south for Juan Pablo Montoya at the very end. Pizzonia, trying to unlap himself, unfortunately collided with JPM and put him out of the race. Kimi Raikkonen ended up taking the win, but there was a lot of carnage at Spa that day, and I wanted to relive some of it here in Assetto Corsa. So without further ado, let's jump in the McLaren MP4-20 and have a very lovely wet race at Spa-Francorchamps. I'll see you guys on track. Let's go. All right, Spa, one of the best racetracks on the Formula One calendar, if I do say so myself, one of my favorites. What a fantastic track to drive, but as we can see here, very well known for its insane weather climate. I'm going to take it very cautious into T1, actually. I am literally just going to coast in here because they tend to stack up just like that. So we're going to let them get their problems sorted, and then we will start our charge. So today's mods are provided in the description if you want to drive this combination for yourself. This is so risky. Oh my gosh, I'm flat out and I can't see anything. We already got yellow flags. Somebody's gone off up here. Tires are still getting up to temperature, and I'm right into them. Oh my gosh. That was terrifying. Let's try that again. A very, very wet Spa here today. It has rained a lot overnight, and it keeps raining here. 6 red lights, and we are away in a McLaren MP4-20. No grip off of the start. I'm going to coast it into T1 here because not only can I not see anything, but they tend to like to stack up like they are doing so. So we just want to let this AI get themselves situated for a second here before we start, and we can roll into the throttle. I'm going to go to the outside here. I can't believe the conditions we are racing in right now. I can't even see anything 50 feet in front of me. This is like, oh, we got cars off everywhere. I think we escaped that. Okay, it looks like we did. It looks like we got out of that one, but oh my goodness, this is just absolutely... If this was real life, I think they would red flag this because this is so dangerous. I can't even see anything. I am going to very, very patiently coast into this sector here because that was something else when it comes to visibility. I couldn't even see 50 meters in front of me. Anyways, today's mods provided to you in the description if you want to download this stuff for yourself and try it out. But yeah, 2005, the Belgian GP. That was a crazy one. Of course, it was a wet race, which is why we are doing this here today. McLaren with an excellent qualifying. They started 1-2, and they were able to hold that for pretty much the entirety of the day until the Williams, I always forget his name, starts with a P. He had crashed into Montoya trying to unlap himself, and unfortunately took Montoya out of the race, which led to Raikkonen winning. We got a Honda about to spin in front of us. That BAR was not happy on the curbs there. Again, the tire's still just getting up to temperature, so we are taking it nice and easy. We've already made up 6 positions, though. There was that huge accident at the start. I can't see anything. As much as you guys can see is what I can see right now. I can't tell if there's a car in front of me or not, and it looks like there is. I don't think he's going to see me, so he's going to cut across to the inside. There's more cars. I just have to literally... What is going on? Oh my gosh, they're all over the place. Okay. I am going to... this is so dangerous. I'm on the grass. Yep. Let's just avoid taking everybody out and go off to the left there, and we'll rejoin safely. How about that? I'm sure the stewards would be happy with that one instead. Try and put the power down. This is just insane. I can't believe these conditions. I'm going to go a little late braking here. Oh, it was skidding. It didn't want to stop, but luckily it did. I am driving with TC off today, as you can tell, to give us that more realistic rain experience, that knife-biting edge that the rain has in a Formula car. I absolutely love that. It takes otherworldly skill to drive these things in the rain. We got some good acceleration off of here. Whoa, he put me on the grass. Okay, I'm going to defend. Hopefully nobody dive bombs me up the inside. I don't think we're going to be able to make that move. That's going to lead to, I think, a DNF for the both of us. So I'm going to sit behind this Williams and hopefully not get taken out like Montoya did. And we got one car with a working rain light, so that's good. That is the Red Lion 05 from CR Formula. That is a paid mod if you are interested. Very high quality mod, works very well. So I can highly recommend that one. Some of these other ones in here, not exactly the best mods to drive, but great for doing these type of videos where we have realistic versions of the 05 cars in the field. If I'm being honest with you, this isn't necessarily the best McLaren I've ever driven when it comes to Formula 1 cars in this game. Oh my goodness, okay, wow. Gotta be very, very careful here. It is just like, they sneak up on you in those last 20 meters when your vision starts to clear up a little bit. I think I am... Oh, I thought better of that at the last second. I believe this is our teammate here, so I'm gonna obey team orders and not take him out and race him very cleanly, and there we go. Now we're off. Okay, we are having a little bit of clean air here to battle through, but of course, what happened in the race? That's what I wanted to talk about this whole time, but there was so much going on there, I couldn't even focus on it. So in the race, Schumacher and Takuma Sato collected each other, and that led to both of them actually DNFing, and Schumacher was not happy with Sato about that one. Of course, Sato had just come out of the pits on dry tires, cold brakes, cold tires, and just unfortunately understeered and went straight off into Schumi. So that was our first big DNF. Later, after the pit stops, our first big DNF was actually Jarno Trulli at the beginning of the race, exactly where I am going through right now. He lost it coming up this hill. Am I thinking of Trulli or Fisichella? I always get those two mixed up between 04 and 05, so let me know which one exactly it was. But it was one of the Renaults went flying off at the top of Radion, and it was not Alonso. Speaking of flying off, I am going to fly off of the track there, so we'll take nice and safe, avoiding action, and do what the stewards have instructed us to do. And speaking of Renaults, I believe this is one right in front of us. And I think, now that I think about it, it was Fisichella and not Trulli, because I believe Trulli was driving the Toyota, if I'm not mistaken. So that seems like Ralf Schumacher and Trulli, so it had to be Fisichella that lost it and went into the wall. This stuff was almost 20 years ago at this point. It's hard for me to remember a lot of exactly where drivers were, especially when they transferred so much during that time period. So, of course, I absolutely love old Formula 1, though, and I've got a lot of knowledge when it comes to it. I absolutely love watching the old races and doing stuff like this where we relive a lot of those moments. But we're up to lap 4 now, or just about to get there, catching up to this Renault, and potentially about to overtake it. It looks like we've got some more straight line speed compared to this one. I can't see a damn thing, and I am just gonna... Oh! Okay, somehow I just saved that, and I don't know how, because that felt like there was... I was basically at the point of no return with that one, so I have no idea how I've just managed to save that and not completely destroy this beautiful, newy designed MP4-20. We're going to late break into T1 here and hopefully get that overtake done, and I think we have. So where is the spray of the next cars? That is what we are looking for, and it looks like they are actually quite far away. They are just surpassing the top of Eau Rouge and Radion here. It looks like they are going to be at the end of the straight. If you guys can just barely see that, right where that antenna is where they sit at the moment. So we've got quite the work to do. We're up to a top 5 finish, though, which is always an acceptable standard for me after what we've been through today, especially through the last sector there, as I almost completely went flying off. I almost did it again. But we've got quite the ground to make up and only 2 laps to do it. So, yeah, Spa, one of my favorite tracks. We'll talk about it a little bit while we catch up to this group here ahead, which I'm sure we will by the end of the lap. Spa is one of my favorite tracks in Formula One. Of course, it has had its fair share. Oh my goodness. Okay, we saved it again. Wow. This is like... I feel like I'm walking on a balance beam, and just any wrong step is going to send you flying off of the track. I don't know how I just caught that, though. That is just absolutely remarkable. But anyways, Spa, one of the best tracks on the Formula One calendar, and it almost didn't come back. But they just signed a renewal, so it is back for a couple more years. And it had some reconfigurations over the past year or so. For those who don't know, going downhill. I don't know exactly what turn it is, but it was reconfigured to just allow for a little bit more room, and of course some more gravel traps have been placed and things of that nature. But looks like we caught up to these guys. So it is a Toyota, another Renault, and probably, I don't know, maybe a Ferrari in the mix as well there. We'll see. It looks like it. It looks like a Ferrari is leading. They are battling, so I am going to take advantage of that. I'm going to go as fast as I can into this sector, and oh my goodness, the wheels are lighting up. Okay, this is very, very scary. We are going to catch this group by the end of this straight. Going to downshift here, get as much power as I can. Definitely shouldn't be touching the curbs. I can feel the wheels spinning as we do that around the outside of the Toyota. In the draft of whoever this is, it's... Oh, interesting. It's a Salbert. Maybe it's Jack Villeneuve. He had a great race back in 05 in these wet conditions until he, unfortunately, I think was caught up in an incident. I can't quite remember. It's so hard for me to drive in the rain and think about all these historical things that happened at the same time. We're just understeering here. Okay, we are battling for the win. I'm going to take advantage of that slide and hopefully not spin myself. We'll short shift all the gears here very, very early on the throttle, and it looks like we are going to have to battle with a Ferrari for the win here. So, oh, it wanted to. It wanted to loop itself around, and it almost did there again as well. We are catching up to this Ferrari, though, right at the end. It's going to basically come down to the line, if I'm being honest with you. It's going to be really, really close here. So we'll see who ends up taking this thing. If I don't put myself off the track like I have a few times now. Somehow we are still in this race with no damage. I have no idea how that has happened. I don't think we've hit a wall, but we almost hit a few cars. Okay, behind this Ferrari, coming into the final braking zone is where it's going to happen. I can't see anything. I'm just going to sit behind, and we're just going to force him all the way to the left. I might go off. Oh, wow. Insane braking to be able to save that. I almost went off, and I go off there. Oh, I think we got it. Okay. I absolutely floored it to try and get it at the line there, and I think we got it. I think we beat him. We'll do some victory donuts for that. How about that? Probably not the smartest to be doing it in the middle of the track, though. Shall we have a look if we beat him? Let's see from his dash right there. That's the line. Okay, so it was about a 10th. It was about a 10th. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. That was a ton of fun, and that was a crazy one. So please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed today's race. If you guys are interested in anything else on the channel, please be sure to subscribe. We do these reliving history videos every weekend that there's a Formula One Grand Prix. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.